Yeah, this is like the worst lighting for a broadcast. Hopefully that'll make it a little better. Okay, yeah, that did make it better. So, I'm getting ready to go out. I'm going to a party. I'm pretty excited about it. And a party that's been on my calendar for a really, really long time. It's with people that I just met, and well, not that I just met, that I've known in LA. And I'm pretty excited about it. It's kind of a really intense, like fun, sexy party. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm also pretty excited. So I do have a glass of wine. I'm cheap as fuck, so I'm drinking Menage a Trois. And I'm going to go to the bar that I always go to because there is this new-ish guy who works there. He's really handsome, he's Mexican, and I just want to like be flirty with him for like 20 minutes before I have to go. God damn, my face is still so damp. Just got out of the shower. So I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things. So in my last video, I was ranting about a lot of shit, but one of the big things that I was talking about is kind of like my encroaching feelings about being very overwhelmed with dating right now. Because I think you guys were here when I did like, I'm going on a new date every single day of the week. The first time I did that. And you know, like that was largely, like, let's put it this way. Were all those dates trash? No. I mean, I'm currently seeing one of the guys that I went on a date with, but it was also, I think you guys remember, I went on those dates and I kind of concluded like, girl, this was not really worth it. It wasn't really worth stressing myself out like that. You know what I mean? And so I met someone recently. Do I want to wear contacts tonight? Fuck, I feel like I want to wear contacts tonight. All right, I'll be right back. Ow, fucking hurt. Okay, I'm going to attempt to put these contacts in on camera. I feel like it's not going to work really well, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, fuck. I put all this foundation on this brush. So yeah, so I've definitely been feeling really fucking exhausted with dating. Mostly just like, and you know I'm feeling exhausted because I'm not really excited for it. And like when the dates cancel, I'm not, like I'm not really like disappointed about it. I'm like, fuck, now I got a free evening. It's starting to feel like a job, and like why I go on so many of these dates, I'm still kind of figuring that out. I think it is what a lot of people have said. You're just lonely and I mean, I know part of it is I'm in LA. It's my dream. I've always wanted to live here, and I'm sort of like a kid in a candy shop. And the fact that my job is what it is has enabled me to just fucking go out all the time and just do, be debaucherous and like not really have a reason to stop, right? But I met this really, really great guy. And honestly, like I think that was kind of the catalyst to a lot of my current feelings about this shit, because ever since I met him, it's like I keep thinking in terms of like, if I'm going on all these dates, there's not going to be time for me to see him. Right? So like a lot of the good dates I go on, I really don't even have much to say about, or date. Like, to be honest, like, I don't like, if I come to you guys and I have like a lot to say about a date, like, that means it was probably a bad date, right? And I want to make it clear that I do go on a lot of really good dates, right? Or I go on dates that are just okay and there's not much to say about it, you know? But you guys know, because we've been ranting here for a while now, that if I go on a bad date, y'all are going to fucking hear about it. But when it's a good date, I don't really have much to say other than fuck, that was a great date and he was really cute, you know? But, you know, like with some of the men, see, like for example, tomorrow I have a date. Remember the black guy, the actor? There's actually two black guys who are actors who I've been trying to date. And they are just like the most impossible fucking people to date. You know, they're never available, they're always busy. And tomorrow, actually, I have a date with the guy. What are we going to call him? We'll call him. What are we going to call him? I'm trying to think of like a good like. He has a Muslim name, so I almost want to like give him like a Muslim name, but no, we won't do that. We'll call him. What are we going to call him? I need to come up with a good nickname for him, so the one that I'm going to remember. Okay, we're just going to call him Shamar because he's an actor and he's handsome. Okay, so Shamar is a really handsome, sexy guy. Wow. Shamar is the guy who, when I was leaving the date, interestingly enough, with another actor, he sort of waited for me. He waited for him to leave and then was like, hey, we've connected on like a shitload of dating sites. We should go out sometime. And he was so handsome. He just had like that. You ever meet these men where like everything about them is just attractive, like the way they look, the way they talk, the way they hold. He was just so sexy. And so it's a very common story that I've had with the black men that I've connected out here, where they're impossible to reach, just fucking impossible to reach. And you know, like, look, I did a lot of people. I'm gonna just, you know, put it like this. None of the white guys I've dated are nearly as hard to get a hold of than the black men that I've tried to date. And a lot of these guys that I date, you know, they have big jobs, but like these black, it's like almost impossible to get them to say, yeah, sure, I'll go on a date with you at this day. So a lot of my experience with black men since I've been out here has been like me begging them, not really begging, but like, you know, the whole like, I don't text a lot. As we discussed in the last video, it's been a lot of me texting them a lot and not hearing from them for days, and then texting them again, and then giving them a little bit of a rant about how I'm not going to fucking chase them, and then being like, sure, we'll go on a date, and then that you know. That sort of thing. So I had a really hard time with this guy that I'm going on a date with tomorrow. But, you know, he's really handsome. I said, you stop doing this. He's really, really handsome. And I really like his personality. And our first date was a really nice one. And so, you know, I'm willing to give him a chance. But honestly, I can just tell by how hard it is to get a hold of him that, like, it's not working out. We're not going to date. It's silly to think that. It's silly to think that we're going to date. It's asinine because he can barely show up for a day. So it's not like we're going to, you know, really be dating like that, you know? But you know, I like him and I think he's really fucking handsome. And so we'll see where our date goes, but it's definitely not going to be sex because he's made it really hard for me to communicate with him. And so a lot of the dates that I go on, they're kind of like that, where it's like, maybe it wasn't a bad date. Maybe we got along, and maybe most things for the most part are okay. But, you know, it's not like this instant, like, we have this connection. We feel like this is going to be a thing sort of thing, you know? And so that's kind of how it is. And so I guess with me, it's like, I can't, you know, I've been dating a lot of men where I haven't really like felt a lot of potential from them. We have a good time, you know, they show me a good time, and we, you know, have a good conversation. But, you know, fuck, half the guys that I'm, you know, like, for example, now I know I've bitched and moaned about having a date every week this past week. Girl, this coming week is not any better. This coming week is not any better, because right now I basically have a date every day. Or not a date necessarily. Okay, so it's not, let me say, it is better. It is better. It's better. It's better in that some of the days that are busy are events, right? And then the week after that is just a bunch of fucking events. So, you know, like next week is like the week for all of the meetups, all of the events. There's so much stuff happening. I'm going to so many different things, and I'm probably not going to go on a lot of dates. And that's probably going to be a really great week for me, because I will have calmed the fuck down, right? But anyway, so back to this guy that I met. Meeting him, it was really different, because he was very different from a lot of the guys that I've gone on dates with. The funny thing about this guy is, like, to be honest with you guys, he's the kind of guy who, like, the photos he takes on his OkCupid, they're all silly photos, right? Where he's kind of intentionally making himself look not so cute, right? So he's kind of like going out of his way to look weird or silly or funny, you know? And so he's definitely not like, I definitely kind of went into the date being like, I might not really be attracted to this guy. I mean, he has, like, his profile is great, but I might not be attracted to this guy. But girl, he is just so smart and so just sexy. I talked about this in a couple of videos, but the biggest thing for me in a guy is their politics, you know? I really, like, look, I can be cute, talk, you know, friends with someone who has, like, strong political beliefs that that I disagree with. I can be that, but I can't, like, date them. You know what I mean? I can't, like, date them. You know, that's just kind of a thing that, like, won't happen. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna really did happen. You know, and so, you know, politics is a topic that people like to avoid a lot on dates. People don't like to talk about politics, which is really smart, honestly. I mean, y'all know how my last date where we talked about politics went, okay? Not so great. But with him, it's like, he just, so one of the things he does is he created this website where basically, because he's, you know what, like a lot of these men, he likes debate. He likes debate. And he created this website where, you know, say that you're having a conversation with someone who supports Betsy DeVos's charter school bullshit. He created a website where you can go onto the website and you can actually click through the issues, and, you know, there's like the common right-wing claim, and then there's like the facts and sources to combat it, and there's all this information to respond to it, you know? And so when he showed this to me, like when we're on a date and he showed this to me, girl, like it just did something to me. So he was just one of these guys that, like, the more I talked to him, the more sexy he really became. And he's also, I like that he's like, some of the guys I go out with, they're very stagnant. They're very like, I'm gonna do this and do that, and then, you know, no. Like, one of the things I had an issue with my ex is like, I really like the idea of just going to a place, and like walking around and figuring out what we're gonna do. I don't necessarily like always to go into a place with like a strong plan, which I understand if you're someone who drives in LA, that's really fucking annoying. But I'm very spontaneous and I like to do things organically. I don't really like to limit what we're doing because, you know, we said we were going to do this and now we're doing that. You know what I mean? I don't like doing that. And he's very, very spontaneous. He's like, you know, let's do this, let's do that. He's like down for adventures. And that for me is a massive plus. It's a massive, massive, massive plus. I'm doing my makeup so ass backwards right now. And so anyway, like we just connected really, really well on our first date. And he lives all the fuck in Long Beach. And I live not the fuck in Long Beach. And so after our first date, we started talking about, you know, how is this gonna work? Are you gonna come to me? Am I gonna come to you? Like, what should we do? And I said something along the lines of like, you know, if we continue to see each other, you know, I'd be more than willing to come down to see you, you know? And, you know, I don't drive, so that's going to require me to get into a fucking bus and, you know, all this shit. I don't know why I didn't put eye drops in my eyes. Be right back. And so when we were having a conversation about logistics, let me refresh my wine. We were having a conversation about logistics, you know, the car, you know, we were just talking about, you know, how we're going to do this. And I was like, well, you know, if we continue to see each other, I'd be more than willing to come down to you. And he was like, I have a very strong feeling that we're going to continue to see each other. And so I was like, okay. Because I felt that way too, but it was like nice to hear him say that, you know, because I'm so used to being the person that's like, oh my God, blah, 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 you know? So it was nice to hear a guy be like, yeah, I really like this. We're going to keep doing this. And so that was just great signs. And so we set up our date, our second date. Our second date was literally, I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like 5, you know, a week later, I guess. 4 days ago, 4 days between each other. And our second date was really, really good. Our second date was really, really fucking good. And so, girl, like, okay, so how many times have you and I talked about me and sex, right? How many times have we had a conversation about like how I am with sex? I'm very like, girl, I don't have sex with someone unless I am in like dating them, sort of thing. Very, very strong, opinionated about that. But girl, our second date. First of all, this guy, I learned this on our first date. This guy is a really, 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 really good kisser. Like, I don't think I've ever kissed a guy who kisses like he does. Like, he is just he is just such a good kisser. And like, I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, he is just such a good kisser. And it was one of those things where like, after he stopped kissing me, I was like really kind of upset. And when he first kissed me on our first date, he was so cute because he's all about consent and stuff. So he was like, "Can I kiss you?" And there was a part of me that was like, "You should have just kissed me, you know, like you don't have to ask, just kiss me." You know, because it was definitely at like one of those moments where like we were really close with each other. And it was one we were just really close. And so it was one of those like clearly we both want to kiss each other. It's really fucking obvious. Maybe we should just do it. And so we kissed, and it was just so I've never kissed anyone like that. Like it's and I feel like you can tell so much about a person by the way they kiss. Like so much. And so when we started kissing, it was like we didn't fucking stop, right? Like I went home and I was like thinking about like how amazing it felt kissing him, you know? And so on our second date, when I we went to this Thai place, and I was waiting outside for him. He was driving down, and when he saw me, he dresses really nice. He dresses like he wears like very formal clothing all the time. So he always wears like, well, a mixture of formal. He works like he works at a startup. He's a writer though. So he wears like blazers, and like button-up shirts, but like with like sneakers, like fun like Vans or something. And he's a Jewish guy. Just if you're wondering who he is, he's an Ashkenazi Jewish guy. And he has really nice lips. And so he was walking up to me, he looked so handsome, and he just like beeline to me. And like almost before I even was able to say hello, he like grabbed me and kissed me. And I was just like, oh my God, I've been like waiting to do that since the last time we did that. So it was just, it was really good. So anyway, our whole date went really, really fucking well. We were making out so much. And so I don't know if I should tell you guys this. I feel bad telling you guys this, but like, so after dinner, we went back to his car because we were gonna go to place number 2, which was a bar. We didn't know what bar, but we knew that that's what we were gonna do tonight. And so we're like in the street in LA, and we just start making out, right? And so as we're making out, like certain parts of his body became very apparent. Let's just say that. Certain parts of his body became very apparent. And it was like in this moment that I was like, I hadn't even thought about that part of his body. I hadn't even thought about like what that was like or what it, I hadn't even thought about it. But because it was so apparent, I was like, oh. And so anyway, we had a really cute date. And it was really hot and heavy. We went to this one bar. Remember the bar that I told you guys about where I saw that guy who looked familiar and I thought it was a different guy, but it turned out to be a completely other guy. We went to that same bar. And the bar has like a lot of couches, and we were just like macking on each other, like macking really hard in the bar, just like making out like really intensely in the bar, like a bunch of people around us, just making out. And so that bar closed down. Actually, no, we went to a different bar. No, that was where we ended up. Yeah, that was where we ended up. And so he drove me home. And it was really clear that like we were both feeling kind of hot and heavy, right? And I'm so protective of my body and myself that like a lot of things went through my head, you know, because my thing with giving men sex, honestly, is like I've been in way too many situations where I've had sex with someone and then I never hear from them ever again. Oh my God, I hit Pam on the color Ada in the Masquerade palette. I'm so fucking used to that. I'm so used to having sex with men and then never hearing from them ever again. And to be honest, like I really, 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 really wanted to avoid that. I really wanted to avoid that. I did not want to get into a situation where I had sex with someone who I really, really liked, and then suddenly they are just not in my life anymore, because that has just been most of my sexual history. You know, most of my sexual history has been having sex with men who didn't give a fuck about me. But shit just felt so different with this guy, you know? Shit just felt so fucking different with this guy. And so we have a conversation. And mind you, this is a guy, so he's bisexual and he's married, but he's never been with a trans woman. And so there's a little bit of that anxiety around that for me. And so we had this conversation. I remember because we were both bumbling because it was really clear what we wanted to do. Like, it was really clear. But we both were like, this is our fucking second date. Like, maybe we shouldn't do this. Like, maybe this is not a good idea. Right? Like, maybe we should wait. Maybe we should hold off. And honestly, he was definitely, because basically the conversation really went like this. It was me being like, it was us making out and him just keep saying, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful, you're so sexy, you're so sexy. And then me being like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thinking in the back of my mind, like, I really want to have sex with them. I really want to have sex with them. Like, but then there's that thing you do where you're like debating with yourself, like, oh, is it a good idea? Should I really do that? You know, maybe I should go on a couple more dates. Da, da, da. But I was really like sitting there, like debating it. Like I was like, shit, this is a good idea. You know, and so he basically was like, I really want to fuck you right now. And so I was like, I know, but like, and he was like, yeah, but we should wait. And da da da. But like the thing is so funny about us is like, I think we just both know that the way we get along is so seamless. And not to say that there aren't ever going to be issues, but it was like, we just really fucking connected. Like I haven't felt chemistry with this, like this with someone in a really long time. We just really fucking connected. And so there was almost this conclusion I think we both reached where it was like, listen, he's not gonna fucking leave me. I'm not gonna fucking leave him. We both want this. We both really want this. And that's what I was like, I really want you to fuck me. And so, let's just say that we did the thing and it was pretty fucking great. Let's just say that it's pretty fucking great. And now, so some people are, I'm really blind right now. I can't really see, but some people are like, oh, you know, he's married. So this guy is married, but polyamorous. Both him and his wife are poly. They have dated people together. They have dated people separately. His situation is that he and his wife, you know, they were dating a woman together for a while. And she turned out to be really toxic and really bad for them. Um, and so, they basically said, we're going to be with each other for a while. All right. We're going to be with just each other and we're not going to add any new people. We're just going to date each other right now. And so that's how it was until he connected with me and another girl that I'll talk about later. And so I'm like the first sort of person he's connected with after, reopening up his marriage. And so his wife knows about me. Everything's fucking copacetic. There's no like weird cheating thing happening, you know. He's probably, except for the guy that I used to date who hadn't been with a trans woman but had a trans daughter, the most like of all the men I've gone with, the most communicative with his partner, the most open, the most, you know what I mean? Like, so he's good. He's good, we're good. That's part of I think why I connect with him too, because it's like he's not really someone I have to be paranoid about. He's got a wife, I know this, and that's that. So anyway, after that, to be honest with you guys, like a lot of shit changed for me because suddenly, so I have these men that I'm dating. I'm dating Soldier and I'm dating Mario. Mario is the developer who develops apps. Soldier is a ex-military guy who he does construction for a living right now, and he's the dom that I see regularly. I like both of them, but they're both very in. I don't see them very often. Like I'm not seeing Soldier at all this week, and that was after going like a really long time without seeing him. So like they're great and I really, really like them, but I don't see them very frequently. And so dating them is fine and everything's good. But because I don't see them very frequently, it's just, it's not really doing everything it should for me, honestly. Soldier and I have amazing sex. Same with Mario. But, it's not consistent. Mario kind of like appears and disappears kind of when he wants to. Soldier and I have pretty good communication. He's the guy that I've been seeing the absolute longest. I've been seeing him since I've been living in Orange County. And, he's a great guy and we have really, really great sex, but, he's definitely not, he's one of these poly guys who's just like, I never want to be, he's been through several marriages. He's gone through so many things. He's not really wanting to be like, what's the word I'm looking for? He's not looking to, do what I'm looking for, which is like a little bit more of a significant relationship. But we have a good time, same as Mario. And the last date I had with Mario, we went to a barcade. It was a really cute date, really nice date. But, I don't know. Like with Mario, first of all, Mario told me a couple things. He told me that he's going to actually, he admitted to me, because we've been talking a lot about, different job interviews that he's going to and stuff. Because he recently went through a situation where he had a company and his partner in the company, they had sort of dissolved their relationship. And so, he's now owns the company, but like it's not really going anywhere. And so he's been trying to get jobs out here, but it's a little hard. There's a lot more opportunities in what's the area I'm looking in San Francisco. Refreshing my wine. And so, he's definitely in the mindset right now of like, I don't know if I'm going to stay. I don't know if I'm going to stay in California. I don't know if I'm going to stay in SoCal. I might move soon. And obviously I want that for him. And Mario, for those of you guys who haven't been following these videos, Mario's monogamous. So it's like, Mario and I have a really good time because of where he's at in life. Oh my God, I totally grabbed my eye drops and didn't give myself eye drops. Oh God, I'm doing my makeup so ass backwards. I also don't even know if I really want to wear these contacts, to be honest. Why do I want to wear these contacts? Why did I put them in? What was I thinking about look wise? I guess I just wanted green eyed, like the look that I have in my mind. But I think I look better with this hair without the contacts. Let's just do that. You know what? Let's fuck it. What are we doing? What are we doing? Look at all the time I just spent putting my contacts in. And now I'm like, no, never mind. I'm a mess. Yeah, let's take it out. That's so stupid. You know, I wear my contacts a lot when I go to goth nights, and this is not a goth night, so. And, you know, this is definitely more of like a conventional sexy night, but like, and I'm still gonna basically dress the same, but like, this is not a goth night. Maybe, you know, I should calm the fuck down. Anyway, so yeah, so where things are going with Mario, it's very up in the air. I don't fucking know. Like, and also Mario definitely, like, on our last date, kind of described us as like friends who have a good time with each other. Which I guess I understand. I'm not like broken up about that, but it just made me realize like I had a really good time with Mario. Mario's a really great date. Mario was very consistent, and me and Mario weren't initially going to date. We really weren't. But we tried it and we gave it fucking effort. And it's been a good time, but like I'm not gonna be heartbroken, you know, if he moves. It'll suck because I really like him and he's one of the more consistent partners, but I'll be okay. I'll be fine. So anyway, so after meeting this guy though, it's really like it's funny because I just find myself not really being that excited about new people because I guess it's like I already have these people I'm seeing, but at the same time, like, do I already have these? Do I need more? Do I really need more? You know? So I think I told you guys about there's this guy. We're gonna just call him D since that's what he calls himself on fucking the website that I'm part of. D is dark skinned black guy, really, really fucking handsome. He's one of the 2 black actors that I've been talking to. And I really like him. I think he's a cool person. We've connected again on several different dating sites. He came into the bar that I go to all the time. And I didn't even register that it was him, but he hit me up later on the app that we're on. And he was like, oh my God, were you just at this bar? And I was like, yeah, I was. Was that you? And he was like, yeah, because he's an actor and he sang a song from Rent and did really, really well, actually. And so I was very impressed by his talent. And so we were supposed to go on a date a couple of days ago. And, you know, so he's another one of these guys. I mean, I hate to stereotype all black men because I know that not all black men are like this. I absolutely know that. But like, he is 100% one of these guys that I have to chase. I have to chase. And listen, I don't really do that. Okay. I don't really chase men. I don't really believe in that. You know, it's not really part of my tenet, you know, core beliefs. I don't chase men. But he's one of these guys where, you know, we'll text and we'll stop responding. And then, you know, we'll text and don't start responding. Then I give him an ultimatum. And then the ultimatum goes to like, oh my God, you know, I really am interested. I'm sorry. I'm just so busy. And you guys have to understand, like, look, like I do believe I'm a very understanding person. I'm an extremely understanding person. I know that people get busy. I know that I have an atypical job that means that like I have a little bit more freedom than most people. But you know, it's when it comes to black guys, it's like when I have all of these white men who can't stop fucking texting me, and then I've got these black guys I'm trying to connect with who are always just so fucking busy and can't fucking text and don't, you know what I mean? And I'm not, you guys know from the last video we did, I'm not all about, I don't sit on my phone texting people all the time. And I have to chase you, I have to beg you for your attention. It's just like, this is not how I do shit. This is not how I do shit. And so Shamar was better because at least Shamar and I have gone on a fucking date. This guy, he's like, oh, I'm so busy, oh, I'm so busy, oh, I'm so busy. So a couple weeks ago, he was like, you know, we can meet on Wednesday of this week, right? We'll meet on Wednesday because I have this free time and I'm gonna be able to do it, and we'll meet on Wednesday, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I think you're really great, and I just want to make sure you know that I'm interested. I just want to make sure you know that I'm interested, right? And so I was like, cool, okay. Finally, because I think I even came here. I was like, finally, you're willing to go on a fucking date with me. Great. Let's fucking set it up. And so I'm super excited about this date because I haven't met him and I really wanted to meet him. But at the same time, this is after I've had 2 dates with, what are we going to give the guy's name? What are we going to call him? We'll call him Bernie. Only because he's Jewish and liberal, not because he actually agrees with Bernie Sanders, because he doesn't quite. We'll call him Bernie. But I still relates with Bernie. You know, Bernie lives in fucking Long Beach. Bernie is also busy, but was willing to drive down twice to see me. You know, it's like. And so anyway, what did I call this guy? D. So D and I were supposed to go on this date, right? And so I'm excited. I'm starting to get ready, you know, girl. I'm like so excited. We're supposed to meet at this place in Silver Lake. I'm like super down and a new place. And like, you know, like literally like 30 minutes before I'm supposed to meet him, I get a text message from him, and he's like, oh wow, you know, my friend has like some serious health issues and I've got to take them to the hospital, and I'm really, really sorry, but tonight's not going to work. Maybe we can do it tomorrow. Da, 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 da. And listen, y'all, when I was younger, I was the queen of leaving men angry fucking messages when they would flake on me. I was the queen of it. You know, and I'm still trying to work to the point where, like, when a guy says, oh, I can't make it, I'm like, okay, cool, well, have a good life. You know? And honestly, I think because of what I've gone through, I've talked about this before, but it's really hard for me to trust men. It's hard for me to trust men for so many reasons, but it's hard for me to trust men because a lot of men just fucking lie. Like, a lot of times when I've, like, really dug deep into shit, a lot of men just fucking lie. They just lie. You know, and I'm not a liar. I'm like, look, bitch, I'm trying to be as honest as fucking possible. And it's 2018. And it's 2018. I'm trying to be as honest as fucking possible. I don't want to be with someone who has to lie to me. You know? And so, but at the same time, okay, maybe his friend is sick. Maybe his friend did get into this shit. Maybe his friend, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go crazy on him. And then his friend is like in the fucking, I don't want to do that. You know, like, maybe his friend really is fucked up. Like, I'll take his word for it. I'll take his fucking word for it. And so, girl, look, part of me when he cancels the date was like, bitch, okay, now I got a free night. You know? And so I made the decision, like, I was going to go out in the bars that I always, so I go to like this one specific area that I will not tell you on here, to go drinking all the time. And I usually go to the same fucking bar all the time. I live in that bar. I know everyone who works there. I get discounts and shit. I'm there all the fucking time. You know, it's just a really good time for me. And so, but I was like, look, girl, this guy canceled on you. You're in the mood to drink. You know, let's just go into the bars you don't go to. Let's go to the bars you don't go to. Right? And so I went out on my own, and frankly, bitch, I had a good ass fucking time. But I will say this, though. This was a little messy of me. I will admit, this is a little messy of me. So months ago. Like I was drunk at this point. So I went to this one karaoke bar. I had a good time. This actor guy was chatting me up. I was not interested in him. And here's a funny thing about this. I'm randomly in this karaoke bar on this night where this guy stands me up. And I hear from someone tells me, oh yeah, there's a YouTube event here later. There's a YouTube event here later. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's a YouTube event later? I'm a YouTube event. And so I'm in this bar waiting for people to come in from this YouTube event. And literally all these Google employees come in. And I recognize so many of them because I've done so many Google events. And I was like, oh my God, I was saying hi to people. Now, girl, listen, I'm in a tank top and some shorts. I'm in my barfly best. I was not anywhere close to dress how I would dress at a Google event. But I was like living my life, having a good old fucking time. And so I said hi to a lot of people and oh my God. So I saw this one guy. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta tell you guys the story. So, this is so messy. This is a little messy. So when I was living in Orange County, I had a great idea. I'm a little drunk now because I'm drinking wine. Oh my God. I'm not even done with my makeup. I'm already lit. This is going to sound really pathetic. So, when I was living in Orange County, I was living really close to Anaheim, and BlizzCon was happening. And so I had this great idea. I was like, you know what, Kat? Because BlizzCon happens at the Anaheim Convention Center, which is the same place where VidCon happens. And the coolest thing about being at, being in that area during the convention is like, if you don't have a pass to the convention, you can just literally go to the Hilton. This is so fucking embarrassing. You can go to the Hilton bar, the bar at the Hilton, and you can meet people. And so, bitch, this is actually around the time when I bought these contacts that I had. And oh my God, wow, I've had those contacts for a really long time. Because this was like October. And so I decided to go down to the Hilton and go to the bar and get a little twisted and talk to some fucking cute ass nerds, right? And so I met okay. I met and flirted with and eventually made out with one of the heads at Google, right? I'm not going to say who or what program. I'm not going to be that messy. But I met someone who has a very high up position at Google. Not in a way that affects me. Side note, if you're ever wondering about any sort of conflict of interest shit, no. He does something completely not related to me at all. And I met him, and oh my God, the owners of this place are throwing a party, and they always throw parties on Saturdays. Anyway, and so he was one of the heads of Google, and like I didn't really know that, but like he was really cute, and so like we made out a lot, and he bought me a lot of vodka, and we had a really good fucking time. But the night definitely went in the direction of, so do you want to fuck? We can go to my room, we can keep drinking kind of thing. And this was like after I got out of my relationship, and I was very fragile at that point. Like I really did like the idea of going out and dating and getting attention, but like sex was really like, I can't do that right now. I just can't. I just got out of this relationship. I really, still love my ex. And so I couldn't, plus, there are more complicated conversations to have as well. And so we, so I told him, look, I don't think I can really do that right now. And so that conversation ended there. Right. And so, I mean, it was already the end of the night anyway. So it's not like, he just walked away from me, but it was definitely like, like it wasn't going to happen. I think also I was going to an event that night as well. I don't remember exactly. But basically, once he found out that we weren't going to have sex, once I told him we weren't going to have sex, it just kind of dwindled off into nothingness. We exchanged numbers. And of course, whenever I get a fucking Google employee's ear, all I end up doing is yelling at them about what their stupid fucking website. All I end up doing is just like ranting at them about why fucking YouTube is terrible. And he was really receptive to everything I was saying. I don't know, maybe because he wanted to fuck me. Maybe that's why, I don't know. But anyway, I saw him at this fucking event. And when I met him, he didn't have a beard. But this time he had a beard and he was looking really fucking cute. But I've since followed him on Instagram and he has a girlfriend. And I don't know if he had a girlfriend when we met. I don't know exactly, but he has a girlfriend. So, you know, nothing was going to happen. So, but we just saw each other. We said hello. You know, we didn't even really flirt. I wouldn't even say that we flirted. We just kind of had like a cute little exchange. And that was what that was, you know. And I've moved on, he's moved on. No big fucking deal. You know what I mean? No big fucking deal. But it was cute to see him. Look, girl, I was fucked up at this bar in a tank top and some shorts, and I was not expecting to see all the Google people. I saw so many people that I knew from London, the event that I went to in London. And I was like, girl, I live here. Like, I live here. This is really embarrassing. I'm so sorry I'm not trans for this event. I was literally just in this bar and it just happened, right? And so anyway, so this is the messier part. Like when I say shit out loud, do you ever listen, do you ever say shit out loud and you realize how fucking crazy it is? This is what I'm about to do. So I was feeling a little drunk and a little messy. And so there was this, when I first moved out here, there was this guy that I connected with on Tinder who was a bartender at a bar that I go, that was in the area where I go out, right? I've never been to the bar. He explained it to me as a very like hoity-toity fancy bar. And it was really, really cute. And we went on, like we hung out once and he was really, really handsome and sexy or whatever, you know, man bun and all that shit. And I really wanted to connect with him, but I just never heard from him again. And so girl, look, I was drunk and feeling a little messy. A little messy, okay? And so I was like, you know what I'm about to fucking do? You know what I'm about to do? Do you know what I'm about to do? Do you understand what I'm about to go to this bar. I'm about to go to this bar. I'm about to pull up at this bar like, bitch, what's up? I'm about to say, so why haven't we talked for a minute? Why haven't we talked for a minute? Because I was looking hot that night too. If you want to know what I was wearing, actually I took this picture at this bar. Go to my Instagram and see the picture I took where I'm wearing like the leather jacket, the gray tank top, and the black shorts. That's what I was wearing. I looked hot, you know, and so I was definitely like low key like. But bitch, I went there and he wasn't there. He wasn't there. And so, but bitch, I was so embarrassed because when you go into this bar, you have to walk downstairs. It's like a whole thing. It's not like a bar where you can walk in, peek your head in and leave. It's like, you know. So I was like, bitch, let me just get a fancy ass fucking cocktail. Bitch, I fucking deserve it anyway. Let's just do this. And so I sat my ass down and I got myself a fancy ass cocktail. And wait a minute, before I keep talking, let me make sure how long this party is going. I feel like it's going to like 5 a.m, but I don't want to get there late and then not be able to get in. And then that would be a whole thing. And bitch, that's what we're not going to do because I've been wanting to go to this party. I'm drunk now. I can't believe I'm drunk. I hate wine. Wine is so evil. Wine is so evil. I'm so drunk right now. And I've had like 3 fucking glasses. 5:30 a.m. Bitch. Okay, so I'm definitely going. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this bar. I'm gonna flirt with this cute Mexican. Oh, he's so fine. That's another story. That guy, he's another story. He is so fine. Oh, he's so cute. He is so sexy. I don't know what it is with me and bartenders. I guess I have a thing. I always think the bartenders are just being nice to me, so I don't like read it as anything, but then like I get them outside of the work situation and they're like clearly it's weird. Anyway, Um, girl, does my makeup look good? I don't. You guys are not seeing it in the right light, but I'm like, bitch, am I even doing my makeup correctly? Because, like, high key, I don't know what I look like right now. Okay, so anyway, so he's not there, and no one is there. The bar is fucking empty. I think this is a Wednesday night. No one was in this fucking bar. And so, girl, this is when I decide to fucking sit in the middle of this bar and call D on the fucking phone. And I'm the only one at the bar. And girl, I just like to call D on the phone. And so I call him and he answers. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I didn't tell the story correctly. Here's what fucking happened. Here's what fucking happened. Okay. So I low-key went off on him when he was like, I can't show up. Where he's like, oh, my friend's got this big emergency. I can't show up. Then he tells me that apparently his friend had a bunch of people in town and he had to take those people out on the town, take those people out for drinks. And bitch, when he said he had to take, I was so mad because I was like, okay, so you canceled your date with me to take your friends out for a drink. Because, oh, this is not the best part. This is not the best part. See, here's the thing with black men, and I know a lot of you are not going to want to hear this, but this is my big thing with black men. Now, while men in general, regardless of their racial background, would fuck a girl if she let him, black men in general, I'm like, so hey, let's go get a drink. And it's like a whole fucking debate. It's a whole fucking conversation. Oh, I don't know, I'm real fucking busy. But if it was like, look, come over right now, let me give you some head. Oh, he's right there. Oh, he's right there. And so I told him, like, when when he was like, oh, I can't show up, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna find something to do then. I'm gonna find something to do because I look fucking cute and I'm about to go do something. And so I'm at this bar, and the reason why I called him is because he was like, oh, so what are you up to? And I was like, oh, I'm in a bar in this area. And he was like, hey, so can I pop over and get a quick little kiss?